Oh boy, Moana 2. Let's talk about it. So I had enough trouble on its lonesome to try and cram this video out before the film's theatrical release, which is just under a month from now, by the way. But I really wanted to talk about this because Moana, the first movie, had done so many things right that I feel it is hard to be let down with this upcoming sequel. The mere fact that we're going to be seeing Moana and Maui again after what seems like forever ago, I'm really hyped to revisit this series that originally premiered in 2016. Also, like, come on. They came up with the idea of making Moana a big sister and give her a little sister named Simea, which personally, I'm a sucker for sibling relationships in Disney movies. So this is just very wholesome for me. So the premise of the first Moana movie was basically a young girl, Moana, wanting to explore beyond her tribe's borders and to see what the oceans had in store for her. Long story short, she teamed up with one of the land's demigods, Maui, whose main weapon of choice is a fish hook, which allows him to transform into any creature he so pleases. And the duo ended up fighting against all odds and defeated a giant lava monster, who also ended up being a god. Oh, and Moana can talk to water. Cool. So, some of the things we were able to see in the two trailers that Disney had produced for us to view was that Moana and Maui are teaming up yet again to face against what seems to be another one of the Polynesian gods. I'm not sure if we ever had confirmation as to which one exactly will be the main villain, but either way, they look sick. That's another thing I want to point out. Not to crap on the animation in the original 2016 one or anything. In fact, for its time, it looked really well animated. But from the Moana 2 trailer alone, you can see and notice the enhanced graphics, cinematics, and just the overall design and feel to the movie, which is honestly partially the reason as to why the Moana movie first captured me was its great physical appeal. I feel like Disney does a great job in incorporating different cultures in their movies. Not even just for this one, but as a whole. I mean, let's be honest here. Disney movies wouldn't be half as entertaining as they are if they were constantly centered around a white American protagonist, whose culture is already widely known to the greater population. Disney highlights these smaller cultures and accurately brings them to life in the form of their newest films, so that's just a pointer I want to give to the corporation on what they do consistently well. Now, unlike the Mufasa movie, which if you want to check out my trailer reveal for that video, it's on my channel, to my knowledge, the entire voice cast from the first movie is the exact same, which means we may get another banger from The Rock, guys.
What can I say except you're welcome?
And I mean, what a perfect transition to our next segment, the music. Almost every single Disney movie that's a good one needs a good soundtrack to accompany its story. But do I trust that this movie's soundtrack will be any good? Hell yeah. Now, do I think that it'll be better than the original? Now, that's a high bar to pass. Listen, just because I think that they'll produce bangers for this movie doesn't mean that I think they'll ever surpass the original Moana songs. You're Welcome, How Far I'll Go, heck, even Shiny are songs that I'll listen to today even. Okay, this is off topic, but did you guys know that Tamatoa was played by Jermaine Clement? That's the guy who played Nigel from Rio. Holy cow! In conclusion, this movie has a great voice cast, aesthetically pleasing animation, and a great reputation when it comes to songs. And honestly, an intriguing plot I'm excited to be following when this movie comes out. I guess my only worries I have with this movie is the fact that this movie could possibly be a repeat to what the first movie accomplished. Which, I mean, it's a possibility, but from what I've seen in the trailers, it seems different enough to warrant watching to see if it's any different first before judging. Usually this is the part at the end where I say if you should go watch the movie or not. I really do not know why I even put this part in my video because ultimately it's your choice, right? But I mean, if you're still unsure if this movie is worth your hard-earned cash to watch in HD, I'd say if you were a fan of the first Moana movie, it's a safe bet to say you'll enjoy this one.